and you can hear that I'm American, but I've been here longer than you have. I've been here more than 30 years, and so Jakarta is my home now, but I'm from New York City. Maybe you've heard of it. But let me zoom in a little and then talk to you about, okay, now for communications, is that right? You're communication students? Yes. Okay, obviously,
Yep.
presentation skills are very important. But at Benos, presentation skills are really important. And I'm going to go through just a few. I've got about 18 simple rules, okay? Now, for some reason the projector's not working, so you have to improvise. And so I'm going to be improvising. I'll share my screen with you, and I'll show you the slides, and imagine that I'm standing up there. Now, I actually have done this as a YouTube, and I'll try to find it for you in a moment. But yeah, I've done a lot of YouTubes, and but mostly they're my strange artwork. But I've done one about presentations, the presentation that I'm going to show you. So we'll get started with that. I will share the screen and talk my way through it, okay? And so if you can give me your attention, hold on, let me, okay. I'm going to share the screen. Yes. Okay. Share. And can you see that? Does that say welcome?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So now I've given this presentation many times, and now in the digital environment, I don't need the next slide, which is this. We don't have to worry about people's handphones. But you know, when we were giving regular presentations, that was a real thing. But anyway, so now I'm gonna give a few of my ideas. Now here's a general outline of what we're gonna talk about. Many presentations are boring, as you may know, and I'm hoping you're not going to do boring presentations, and I'm going to show you ways to improve. Now, I'm sorry the projector, after I go through these rules, I'll stand up and show you some of the things, the points that I mean. But here we go. Okay, now what do you think? Now, if we're just doing a digital, then you don't need to worry too much about the venue, although still, but the audience. If it's your teachers, okay, they may know about the topic, but if it's first year students, graduate students, or maybe business people, okay, so think about the audience while you're putting together your presentation. How is it going to be presented? That's venue, where, normally, but where, how, and to who. That's the to whom. That's the key point, to whom. Now, if you have a lot of rowdy students, which I hope you don't, then yeah, you'll have to make a consideration for them, but probably you won't. Okay, let's keep going. So that's rule one. Think about the place and the people. Okay, what do you think? Think it's okay to joke during your presentation? Okay to make a joke? I often start my presentations with this very bad joke. Did you hear about the first Indonesian astronaut on the moon? You know what the first thing he did? He set up a Padang restaurant. The food is really good, but no atmosphere. Get it? The moon. Anyway, it's a really bad joke, but you smiled. So, but this depends on the topic. Now, if you're talking about AIDS or COVID, maybe you don't want to joke. I don't know, maybe next year people will be joking about it. But if you're talking about slavery or rape, Yeah, don't joke about these. There are certain things, we're coming up on 9/11, September 11th. For New Yorkers, don't joke about that mostly. We don't find that funny. And, but a lot of topics, especially, if you're talking about even business. I gave a presentation on people doing accounting, and you can make jokes about accounting. Most business topics, be light, be humorous, people enjoy it, makes people happier. Everybody likes to smile, okay? So depends on the topic, but yes, try a joke. Pictures, everybody loves pictures, and we remember pictures. There's research. Now, you happen to live in a beautiful country that has wonderful, this is my beautiful country, that's the Grand Canyon, and I'll show you your beautiful country. Oh, well, that's a beautiful woman. That's Angun, the singer, but here's no, really, your beautiful picture. By the way, we like pictures of beautiful people. But how about the beautiful Borobudur? We like pictures. So many, including academic presentations, are just full of words. Boring. It's especially true in business, international business, accounting and finance. Ooh, those poor students. Okay, make it easy to read. I strongly recommend, I'll show you a link later, of Steve Jobs introducing the iPhone. And for one thing, 3 minutes into it, he makes an amazing joke. When he first shows a picture of the iPhone, this is 2007. It's worth seeing because he makes an outrageous joke. And a lot of the things that I'm saying, he illustrates. He makes a joke, he doesn't look at the screen, it's easy to read. He repeats the points. Steve Jobs introducing the iPhone in 2007. Highly recommended, especially the first 5 minutes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
The screen that you're showing right now, for us, it's not changing.
Oh,
we're still seeing the welcome screen.
No kidding. Oh my goodness. Oh, it says I'm sharing. Well, let me go. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I see something's wrong here. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, something's messed up. Okay, let me end the show. Oh, okay, let me start it from here then. Thank you so much for telling me. What about now?
You can see the effective presentation.
Yep.
Is it a man standing on stage?
Yep.
Okay, now is it changing?
No. It's
After this session?
No, it's not changing. It's still a man on a stage.
Oh, well, that's really weird. Okay, let me try anew. Let me try this one. Is there picture change? Thanks so much for telling me. You must have thought I was a little strange talking about those other things. Same picture?
Is this considered for you an audience?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Okay. So that's what I was saying. Think about where you're going to be presenting. Think about who you're presenting to. Okay? That matters. And you'll be presenting to your teachers and classmates. So think about them. Now, probably this semester, you're just going to be presenting digitally. Okay. Do you see, did it change?
Yes.
Okay. Don't be too serious. Again, this depends on the topic. If you're talking about, as they say, slavery or rape or AIDS, don't make a joke. You're talking about, terrible, tragic topics, don't make a joke. But business topics, why not? People like to laugh. Picture change?
Yes.
Okay, do you see the Grand Canyon?
We can see it.
Okay, so I said that people remember pictures. Okay, and then I showed, that's my beautiful country. Here's your beautiful country. Okay, do you see Angun?
Yes.
Yes, okay, well, this is really your country, the Borobudur. But we like pictures of people. We really do. There's something hardwired in the human brain. We really like pictures of, especially attractive people. Think about advertising. A lot of people in, as they say, in business, they don't use pictures. They just use a lot of words and numbers. Boring. Okay, I was talking about Steve Jobs. Are you seeing Steve Jobs now?
Yes.
Okay, this is when he introduced the iPhone, 2007. It's a wonderful presentation, and the first 5 minutes, he makes an outrageous joke with what is probably the biggest business launch ever. Okay, let's keep going. So make it easy to read. Okay, how many bullet points? Did it change? Do you see a gecko there?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think is a good number of slides? I think 15, maybe 20. And bullet points, 3 is enough, maybe 4. I think people will remember more if you do less. If you have less, less is more, they say. Keep it simple. Okay, now did the screen change?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see that wonderful clip art? Isn't that so double ugly? Really, it's so old. I mean, come on, they couldn't get a photo of a woman sitting on a computer or, a woman and a cat or a meeting. No, so what should you use instead? What I've already mentioned. Use photos, use artwork. You can tell what all 3 of those photos are without any text or any clip art. Okay? You seeing 3 pictures at the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can see it.
Okay. Use photos. Pictures worth 1,000 words. Okay? Don't use clip art. And also those frames, the templates they have, those are double ugly also. I don't recommend the frames that PowerPoint uses. Okay, now you may be using charts and graphs. Make sure they're clear. And what's on the, the sides, make sure all the labels are clear. Seeing a graph there? 3D graph?
Yes.
Okay, good. Make sure if you're doing graphs or charts, they're clear. Very important. Oh, take a look. Do you like these really slow, twisty, turny transitions? They're so cute and fun, and actually, no, they're not. Don't use slow transitions. They're awful. I feel just like this little girl. I hate slow transitions. Make sure it moves quickly. Everyone's busy. Don't waste our time. How about this? This is a very important slide. This is going to be on your exam. This is the population profile for Knox County, Tennessee. Here's the male population. Do you think those are good slides? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, here's my advice. Don't make complicated slides like that, okay? It's impossible to read. Keep it simple, very important. People will remember it better. Now, for academic English and for all your classes, edit, save it, edit, save it, edit, save it. Okay, that's important. Also, check spelling and grammar. We've got spell check these days. Please check your spelling, check your grammar, and especially for academic English, your teacher will remember your mistake. So that's important. So practice your presentation every day. Now, I'm going to come back to this point later on. I'm going to show you. So many people read the screen and with their back to the audience. I think that's just rude. It's like pointing your butt to the audience. Oh, that is terrible. Don't point your butt to the audience, okay? Look at the audience. What's ideal is if you can have the laptop between you and the audience so you can see the presentation and the audience at the same time. That's ideal. But so many people read the screen, and it's like saying to your audience, oh, well, since you can't read, I'll be reading it to you. It's an insult. Don't read your presentation. Give them a moment. Everyone's nervous. So everyone stands in front of their screen and says, 11, look at your audience, not the screen. No, don't do that. It's insulting to your audience. Let them read it, okay? Clear, I hope. Now, this is a situation I faced today, and the projector's not working. So that's why we're screen sharing. I was gonna demonstrate this, and as I say, I have done this on YouTube, this exact presentation, but once you've seen it now, you don't need to see it again. But things happen. This morning, I got here early and we couldn't log on. So this sort of stuff happens. And yeah, we have to, I'll come back to this point of stuff happens. But, you know, I once was presenting in 310, which is our big auditorium upstairs, biggest. And I was doing a presentation for some fancy group, but it wasn't fitting on the screen. So I tried messing with the projector. Oh, I started panicking because there was only, but there were still 10 or 15 minutes before. Luckily, I was early. Well, then the tech guy came, pushed a button, and another screen came down in front, and it fit perfectly. So I needn't have panicked. I just should have planned ahead a little, and because I was plenty early, it was no problem. If you can, practice and plan ahead. Okay, my Dirty Burger shirt. I know everybody loves it. It's really great. I'm wearing my batik today, but next time, no. Don't wear your Dirty Burger shirt. I know you ladies wouldn't, but I have had students that wore a like FUCK shirt, and I thought, like, is that a brand or are they saying something to me? I thought that was kind of rude. But then another one wore an I Love New York shirt. I thought, yes, okay, thank you. So yeah, think about it. And you know, this is an important part of marketing, being attractive to your audience. You guys all know about that, or you should. Okay, yeah, these days, especially digitally, we don't have to worry about this. Almost everybody knows this one, so I'm gonna go quick over it. Okay, it's fine to use notes, but don't read them. I'm gonna demonstrate this in a moment. I've had students that were really nervous, and yeah, I've got a piece of paper. I'll show you this in a little while. People that are nervous, they tend to shake. And so you're watching their paper shake, not their presentation. So what I recommend is a tablet. Don't use your phone, by the way. It's too small. A tablet is great. You can make the text really large, so you can just glance down, get to the next point, keep going. It's okay to use notes on a complicated topic, but don't sit there and read and block your face. I'll demonstrate this in just a moment. Okay, are you seeing body language now?
Yes.
Okay, practice. Your family, they're gonna wanna see, your friends, they're gonna wanna see, so practice your presentation. It may be an important part of your grade. I gave a TED Talk a few years ago, and man, I practiced that a lot. So make sure that you practice yours. I've only got a few more points, and then I'm gonna demonstrate. Okay, so practice. Uh-oh. Ooh, by the way, your laptop, don't trust it. It gets, now, these days they're not getting stolen so much or even lost, but they are breaking. Lost, stolen, or broken, all laptops and your hand phones, lost, stolen, or broken. What are you going to do? Well, what I've done with this presentation is I've put it on my internet. I put it on my Gmail. So it was there for me. And yeah, it's always on my Gmail in my drafts. Okay, almost at the end. Last point. Now, again, remember the first slide. Remember the audience. How fast or slow can you go? It depends. Are they first language learners, or are they, new learners? Their English is not very good, or their whatever language you're using is not that great. Okay, that's my final point, except for this one. What do all these people have in common? That was my good president and my friend Dede Corbusier and Mrs. Obama, before we had a terrible president. It's actually Dede, he's an old friend of mine, but it was hard to find a picture of him smiling. He's usually looking tough and mean. What do they have in common? Remember for your presentation, okay? Now, I'm gonna stop sharing and then I'm gonna just demonstrate a couple of the points that I made. Hi, everybody. And now we're gonna move the camera over to the screen. I'm gonna back it up a little bit. Okay, here's my advice for students. What do good students always do? APA, did you hear about the American Psychological Association? Well, also, they are on time, they attend on time, they pay attention and practice, they ask questions. Now, I'm gonna be pretending that I'm gonna be presenting and mentioning the points that I was already mentioning. Okay, so, hello everybody, can you see me?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
see you.
Great. Now, okay, I've got my paper, right? Now, should I be here reading this? But now I have to have a private chat. You are allowed to listen. By the way, callers, no. And even if you're doing it like this, that's no good either. What you need, that's why I say a tablet, where you can be down here and yeah, and you don't want to block the screen. So you want to be sort of 3/4. So they can see the screen and you. Okay, so you don't want to be here right in front of the screen and blocking. No, that's no good either. But the other point that I want to make is your notes, okay? Now, everybody's nervous. So, but don't do this. You're nervous, and what are people looking at? Okay, people look at whatever's moving, like those, the clip art that I showed you a little while ago. Everybody looks at the clip art. And, oopsie. So don't look at your notes. Okay, and remember these simple rules here. Okay, simple rules, please. Now, I have some other simple rules for you, and that includes, remember to get some sleep, really important. There's actually a lot of research that says sleep helps learning. Also, exercise, get some exercise, okay? That's important too. Eating healthy, that's important too. But sleep and exercise, very important. And I know now with lockdown and all, we're not getting as much exercise as we did. It's important. Even if you're walking around the block, get in the pool, get on a bicycle. It really helps your learning process, seriously. Now, you saw my other points about good students, but manage your time, okay? With your presentation. Now, I'm sorry if I've been going a little fast. It's a thing New Yorkers do. We walk fast, we talk fast. When I'm presenting to students, I know I should slow down. And next week, when I'll be presenting to a new group of academic English students, I will slow down. But you, yeah, when you're doing a presentation, you can video yourself, okay? And as I say, if you really want to torture yourself, you can watch my presentation again, the same one. It's on YouTube. You've now seen it and heard it. Did you guys hear my voice intro to Venus a week ago? They had welcome to Venus. They had me record that for some weird reason. I don't know. But so if you recognize my voice. Anyway, best of luck. If you have questions, I hope this has been clear. Now, too bad my projector didn't work, and I guess I should turn it off now. But okay, I came up with another way to present, and by sharing the screen. Not the ideal way, but as we do, more and more of this virtual digital presentation, yeah, we're going to have to do that kind of stuff. But remember my rules: pictures, not too many words. Okay? Get the point, and don't use those templates. They're so cutesy. And there's also, by the way, Keynote. Maybe you're Apple users, Keynote. And there's also Prezi, where we go along the little path, or we climb up the tree. And really, come on, get to the point, okay? Now, at the end of my presentation, I did not show, but you can look this up yourself. Steve Jobs, 2007, introducing the iPhone. It's a 45-minute presentation. It's a long presentation, but in the first 3 or 4 minutes, he makes an outrageous joke. He's launching, the biggest, literally, the biggest business launch ever. Thousands of people are watching all over the world. They've been working on it for at least 2 years. And so he's introducing it, and then he makes this crazy joke. He shows a picture of the first iPhone, and it's a total joke. But, he's very relaxed, and he doesn't rush things, and everything is easy to read. That's why he was a good presenter. Now, I've seen some good and some very, very bad presentations. Just don't make the bad ones, okay? Are there questions? Remember, the good students ask questions, and your teachers will remember you if you ask, maybe by email, that's fine. And by the way, take a break from your devices. Don't be online 24/7. Don't forget your friends and family. Your friends and family are just as important as they ever were, maybe more. So make sure your social life is not just social media, okay? Remember your friends and family, spend time with them, but plan on spending time. And planning, yes, I plan my time carefully. You can see my crazy little book. Yep, I'm a little bit busy. And this is just since June. I started this book in June, but every day I write and draw the things that I want to remember. And I've been working from home. So this is working from home, but it looks just like this when I'm out and about. And as I say, if you want to find my, oopsie, that was an elbow. Sorry about that. Okay, the chat, I saw there were some chats. Thank you for telling me about the share screen. Anyway, if you're very clever with YouTube, you can find my my YouTubes. That's my family name, Schuster. And yeah, I was looking at the screen when I didn't see your chat, so I really appreciate it. And thanks for telling me. I don't think I'm going to be teaching you, at least not the coming semester. I don't think. I think I'm teaching, I'm actually not sure, but I think I'm teaching AB. So you'll have somebody else probably, somebody much younger, better looking, nicer, I'm nice with the first paper, But the other papers, ooh, then you wish you had another teacher. No, I stopped being mean years ago. But I'm teaching the L1AB group. And that's, do you have your schedules yet? I'm teaching on Friday morning. I'm also teaching academic English too. But I used to teach business communication and Project Hatchery. I hope you're taking that. That's a lot of fun. And you may be doing a presentation. Probably you will for academic English and Project Hatchery. So remember the rules that I've told you. Make it fun, nice, beautiful, okay? You've got, you know, a beautiful country to pick from. Hey, a beautiful planet to pick from. And so remember, make your presentations lovely. Questions, questions, questions? Oh, how nice of you to say. That's very nice of you to say that you want me to teach. They're younger and they're nicer and they're smarter, you know, much better looking. I'm the ugliest of all the teachers. The rest of them are beautiful. They're gorgeous. And you'll be happy if you get, well, she's our most beautiful, our Indian colleague. She's not going to be teaching, but Nunu's great, Michael's great, Mark is great, Cynthia is great. There's one other teacher who, we can talk about that another time. But thank you, everybody. Looks don't matter. Very nice of you. I appreciate your nice comments. And as I say, check YouTube. I've got the same presentation you saw, and now about 12 or 13 of my weird artwork. And it looks like some of the stuff in this book. But the main point I showed you this book is planning your time. Each day, a little bit of time for each of your courses, time for your friends, your family, your video games and your chatting, you know, not so much. You're full-time students here. You got a job to be great students, and I'm sure you will. And so if I can help you, let me know. And your teachers, everybody knows how to get in touch with me. And I'm happy to help. I have taught, as I said, business communications. And actually at other universities, I studied communications, both graduate and undergraduate. So I'm sympathetic. I was supposed to see you guys this morning, but anyway, have a great day, and I'll let you go a little bit early. Shh. So enjoy your day, okay? Thanks, everybody. Any questions?
No, sir, you mentioned about the presentation on YouTube. What was that about?
Yeah, well, it's just the one, exactly the one you just saw. I stood in front of the camera, although the audio is not that great and the lighting's not that great. The one you just saw, I did that on YouTube also. And that's about 10 minutes long. That's one of my longer ones, but most of my art ones are very short, 1, 2, 3 minutes long. I have a couple of longer ones, but just of my paintings and drawings. But there's lots of good ones about presentations. There's a woman named Nancy, I've got her name right here. Let's see. Her name is Nancy Duarte, D-U-A-R-T-E. I'll put that in the chat, Nancy Duarte. She is really sort of a guru of presentations. And yeah, I'll put that in the chat. I'll put her name in the chat. I also recommended the Steve Jobs, but Nancy Duarte is really good about presenting, much better than me. And Steve Jobs, iPhone 2007, just watch the first 3 minutes of it. And he walks back and forth, very relaxed. This is a huge product launch, the biggest. You know, the iPhone, people have been waiting for it for years. Apple putting out a phone, they were a computer company. Okay, then they did iMusic, but a phone? Nobody imagined it. How many of you are using them now? Yeah, and that's 13 years later. So that was a successful launch. But it's quite funny. As I say, 3 minutes in, he shows this picture that is not the iPhone. That's really funny. Okay, folks, any more questions? Check out Nancy Duarte, and you guys also stay healthy. Don't forget sleeping, eating well, and exercising. Okay? Plan your time well, and I'll see you somewhere back on campus next semester or in cyberspace. Take care. Bye-bye.
See
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Bye, 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 bye. Oh, 15 subscriber, gold star. Wonderful, thank you. Gold star. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks.